Hello, beautiful manifestors. It is Olivia Grace, and I'm back with another video for you guys. I missed you guys so much, and so much has gone on. Definitely learned so much and kind of unlearned a lot, but let's just get straight into the video. And I want to start with telling you guys about how the new coaching is going to work. I know you guys, some of you guys saw my post where I said that I'm going to be having free manifestation coaching classes every Thursday at 9. And so how that's going to work is if you have a specific question or circumstance, just as if you were to have a one-on-one session with me or email coaching with me, I'm the email that's actually in the description. You can send that question to that email, and I will answer it live. Now, you can do this anonymously if you would like. If you don't want, obviously you don't want your name and all of that out there, then I can do it anonymously for you. If you don't mind, I can use your name, or you can even come on live with me if you want to have a conversational style coaching session. So all of those are options. And even if there is no question for the week, I always have plenty to talk to you guys about and to teach. And I want to talk about why I'm doing this now. After being in the coaching industry for a couple of years, I really enjoy coaching. I really enjoy helping you guys and helping you guys understand and change your lives. That is why I started coaching. I've always felt like I was meant to help people. And as I got older, I discovered that I was really good at talking to people. I was really good at seeing different perspectives and explaining things to people. And as I got into manifestation, the law of attraction, I knew that this was something that I wanted to share with other people. This is something that I felt like everybody should know. It's like, to me, it should be common knowledge. If this is a universal law, just like gravity or, something like that, then people should know that. People should know how and, be able to create the kind of life that they want to. And I kind of feel like I got disconnected from that once I got deep into the coaching industry because, coaching and being a great coach is one thing. Having the knowledge, having the ability to talk and hold space, hold energy, having the ability to pour enough into yourself so that you have enough to pour into others. It is a gift and it is a skill, but it doesn't run a business by itself. Running a business takes a lot of, selling and marketing and things like that. And what I noticed just from my personal experience, because I'm not only a coach, I'm a person that was receiving coaching as well from many different coaches. And I realized that a lot of these top, most successful coaches they don't really have the heart-centered part of it. And a lot of the heart-centered part coaches or type of coaches, they don't really have the marketing. And I know that's, of course, not the case with every single coach or every single person or whatever, but that's just what I noticed. And I mean, when you're doing a business to support yourself, then you do have to, watch your sales and do marketing and do all of these things. But just for me, I just never found a way that felt authentic to me. And something that's really important to me, you guys, and I think something that, kind of draws you guys in when it comes to my videos and what I do is authenticity, because I'm not pretending. I'm not making things up. I'm not a person that likes to mislead or be underhanded or I don't know. Like, I like to be upfront and real with you guys. And I found that in the ways that I was trying to do marketing and sales, it just didn't feel authentic to me. And it ended up really just having me disconnected completely from coaching. And it was so hard for me to let that go because this has been a dream for me, since I even found out what coaching was. I always knew I wanted to talk to people. I went to school to be a counselor. But when I learned about coaching and I knew that, wow, I can teach people, I can use this to teach manifestation. It was truly like a dream come true. And then realizing that dream and actually helping people was really incredible for me. So when I started feeling that disconnect from my business, it was really difficult for me. Really difficult for me to let go and to listen to my feeling, because my feeling had been telling me to take a step back for a long time. And I kept trying to force it because I just couldn't let go of something that I had put so much energy, time, love, everything into, and really just always saw myself doing this. I never saw myself stopping coaching or anything like that. So needless to say, it was definitely a humbling experience for me. And also so many other things went on, but I'm not going to really touch on too much of that in this specific video. I'll get into another video where I talk about the specifics of what's been going on while I've been gone. But the real turning point for me was a conversation I had with my boyfriend, and we were talking about, just how when you need to come up, when you're trying to improve your life, whether it be spiritually, financially, physically, all kinds of things, so much of success is just one piece of information away, or one, book away, or one teacher away, or one coach away, because so much about advancing in your life in whatever aspect that is about, it's about knowledge, and it's about what you know, not just who you know, but what you know. I mean, you guys in this group, you can definitely see the difference before you knew about manifesting and after you knew about manifesting in your life. And we were talking about that, and he was just saying how, well, nobody's going to help you though, unless you have thousands of dollars to give them, to coach you or to mentor you or whatever. And just when he said that, it just made me kind of think of that kind of idea that we kind of keep things, it's like we're keeping things away from the general population by keeping it amongst ourselves. Like when you get into learning about wealth creation and finances and things, these are things that the common person doesn't know and is not taught. It's not taught in school. It's not taught, in the workplace. Like a lot of the things that we should know are just not taught to us, and they're kind of kept up, kind of in higher circles, if that makes sense. And well, if you have, this amount of money, then I can tell you what I did and then I can help you. And just something about that just didn't sit right with me. And it kind of made me realize, why I had felt disconnected to my coaching, because it had become more about money than about being authentic and genuine, and it was always about helping people. So I won't say that, because I always and will always want to help people. That's just literally who I am. It's who I've been since I was a little girl. But when you're focused on the money first, something suffers. It's almost like when you have, an artist that you love that's underground, and then they get signed and they sign a record deal, and all the music that comes out after is trash, because now they're not appealing to who they were or who they are. They have to appeal to the outside. And that was kind of what was happening with me, and, but it stood out to me wow, we're literally, I feel like I'm being a part of the problem by keeping something. To me, manifesting and creating your reality, it's basic. It's not, it's just like a regular law. This is something that everyone should know. And I don't think that someone should have to pay thousands of dollars to know that. So just realizing that, and this is also something, so the next part of this is, I really had realized in everything falling apart, my business falling apart, I was doing Uber to supplement my income, and my car started falling apart. Internally, I was falling apart. I was just really honestly just feeling lost, you guys, and feeling so low and so tense. And I hadn't felt that down in years since I had awoken. When I learned about manifesting and law of attraction, my life changed immediately. I changed immediately for the better. And it just kept getting better and better and better until this moment where I just felt like I took 10 steps forward and 100 steps back. And I just couldn't pinpoint like what happened. And I realized that my connection to a higher power I wasn't really fostering that, because it's easy to, when you're into manifestation, it's easy to feel all the pressure on yourself, because that's kind of what manifestation teaches, is that, you know, we are the gods of our reality. We're creating, we're manifesting, we're doing this, you know, everything that we're experiencing is is what we've created. But there is a higher power doing these things through us. And that higher power is available to all of us. That's what manifesting really is really directing this formless energy that is God and giving it form and directing it into form. But I had somewhere along the way cut the cord with that source energy, with that God energy. And I was really just in such a horrible position, you know, and I felt like I had lost so much of what was important to me. And I started praying to God and really communicating with God. And he had so much to say to me. I didn't realize that, you know, I meditate all the time, and I definitely receive messages all the time. But, you know, when I specifically tuned my tuner to God to listen to what he had to say. And I know that God is not a he or a she. I know that it's just energy, but that's just how I feel comfortable saying it. But, you know, I know, like, when I tuned my tuner, the love that I felt, the relief that I felt, the things that came to me, doing this coaching for free every Thursday at 9 p.m., all of these things were specifically told to me by God. Every single detail, the time, the day, when to begin. And God had been kind of telling me this for a while, but when I felt like I had only myself to depend on, I felt like I can't do that. You know, I have to make sure that I'm being compensated for my energy and my time. And God just basically told me not to worry about it, that he's going to make sure that I'm compensated for my energy and my time, but that this is what I need to do right now, just in concert with what I'm trying to do, which is to uplift the consciousness of humanity. So when I think about now teaching you guys and coaching and the direction of this channel, if you're catching this on YouTube, or this group, if you're catching this on Facebook, I'm thinking now of the upliftment of us all. I'm not just thinking about the upliftment of me or my bank account, you know. I'm really, once again, coming home to the truth of why I began this, why I'm doing this in the first place. And that is not for me. You know, I love doing it, but it's always been a part of me that wanted to be that person and be like, when my best friend is the one that introduced me to manifesting and my life changed. You know, I want to be that blessing to as many people as I can. And so that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, you guys. And I would love for you guys to invite people that you know can use help, because there's so much suffering in the world, you guys. And that's something too that led me to this, is there's so much suffering, you guys, all the time. I mean, it's literally like a trend now to be depressed and to, you know, have a mental illness or something like that. It's like, it's kind of crazy, you know, and the world needs help. And I know that things are going as they're supposed to go. You know, I do believe that and feel that to the core of me. I don't actually feel like anything's going wrong, because I know that everything that is happening is God's will, because our will is God's will. Good, bad, and ugly, because God came and incarnated as us to experience it all. But I just know that there are some people in the world, you know, because there's some people that love the drama. There's some people that they want, you know, they like being in messed up situations. They feed off of it and they don't even realize it, you know. But there are some people that want out of that. There are some people that want peace. There are some people that want happiness, and they just don't know where to begin. And I would just love if this could be a place for you to begin, and anyone that you know that needs help. So You guys, just send to that email. I'm also going to be going live with one of my old clients, July. We're going to be going live Monday morning. And we're just going to talk about whatever, but I have a feeling we're going to be talking about God and that higher energy and that higher power and channeling that. That's what's coming to me now. But yeah, that's what I've been focused on, you guys. I've been focusing on reconnecting to a higher power, and it makes sense that in me connecting to this higher power, it has put a goal on my heart that's beyond me and my family. It's a goal that affects the masses, and I feel like that's how I know that it's God. I feel it. And that's something else that I wanted to say to you guys. I'm no longer claiming to know anything. If anything that I've learned, you guys, is that there's so many people that claim to know, even, religion, even in spirituality, almost especially in the spirituality and the manifestation community, because we have such advanced knowledge that it can make you feel like, well, I know everything and this is what everything is. But how can you know that? We have such a limited view and such a limited understanding, and that's just the reality of it, there's so much to know. And even if you were to know everything, in the next second, you would need to know everything else. There would be a whole new everything for you to know. So anything that I'm telling you guys is coming from my experience. Because how do we know anything? But I'm not going to get into that. But I'm just telling you guys, I'm not claiming to know everything. I'm not saying that what I say is the absolute gospel and this is just exactly what it is, because truthfully, our perception is shaping our experience. So whatever you're perceiving the world through, the world is going to confirm that as true for you. However I'm perceiving the world's going to confirm that as true for me. And what happens is we experience something, we experience our own perception, and then we'll teach it to others as if, well, this is how it works. I did scripting, it worked for me, so here, you guys do scripting, it'll work for you. And everything is not so cut that way. Everything is really fluid and subjective and about a perception. So anything that I say, you guys, is based off of my experience. It is not the absolute. Truthfully, there is not really too much of an absolute truth, because we're creating as we go, and experiencing our own perception and then perceiving our experience. So you see how that kind of loops. But the last thing I'm going to say, you guys, is that a master is not one who has the most students, but a master is one who creates the most masters. And that's what this group is about. That's what my coaching is about. That's what these classes on Thursdays are going to be about. And it's going to be here in this group every Thursday at 9 p.m. And I just can't wait to see, what we create together. I can't wait to hear about your desires. I love you guys so much, and I will be talking to you guys soon.